Hello everybody, this is nuzcraft, and welcome back to some Cogmind. Today we are going to be continuing our way through Weekly Seed number 110. I believe it's 110. But more exciting is that we're in beta number 5. We're in beta 5. It brought with us a whole bunch of really cool changes that we kind of talked about last time. A couple of cool things that you can see right off the bat is I've actually got a filter over everything. So I'm in sleepy mode. It's the sleepy theme, so it's kind of like a low contrast kind of blue hue, as well as like this line is actually a map border. So you can see we're in the mines, and we can see this whole map border. Both of these are options. They can be toggled on through the advanced editing. There's instructions in the manual if either one of those interests you. So we are in the mines, sublevel 10. We know where research is. We have ourselves a storage unit, sensor array, backup leg, backup wheel, signal interpreter, and we do have a grenade launcher, which will be really nice if we run into any trouble. Other things about this run is I'm playing in keyboard mode, or I'm not playing in keyboard mode, I'm playing with the mouse, just to kind of see how things go. I've been in keyboard mode for the last couple runs, so we're going to be playing around with this thing. And this actually highlights one of the other cool changes. So if I do press number pad 3, mass highlight, all you see is the matter. But if I press it again, we can see the assault rifle. That's because this assault rifle has really low integrity. And I think the base limit is set that anything under 26% or 25% integrity won't even show up. And that's kind of just to help keep clutter off of your map when you press the mass highlight button. There's other ways you can do it. You can customize that setting. You can also do it by rating. So this is rating 1 weapon. Maybe you're on one of the higher floors and you just don't want to see rating 1 anything ever. That'd be one way to do it. So we're going to get going up here. I believe there are some enemies up here somewhere. If I remember the last time we played. But we shall. So see, yep, mercenaries. We're just going to retreat back into our little hidey hole and take them out one by one. That's kind of another change. See that 21 that showed up? That is the estimated integrity. I believe it used to be shown as a percentage total, but I believe Kiz has changed it, so it just shows you the actual estimated integrity left when you hit that core. Which I thought was pretty cool. Get out of here, buddy. Light nuclear core. Our ion engine has more storage, less supply. We're not really hurting for anything. Let's see, particle gun. I'm not too big on thermal weapons this early. Tend to just get too hot. So let's actually go. Let's go this way. Get towards the top of the map, just so we can see everything. There's one thing about keyboard mode is the cursor kind of gets in the way. I bet you there's an option to hide it. But that might be somewhere And might be one of the advanced options. Not a huge deal right now. There is an exit. Cool. There's some scrap. A data jack and a wheel. Nothing too terribly interesting. There's a bad guy down there. Oh, nope, it was a green guy. Got the ambush on him. We lost an assault rifle, so let's go ahead and throw on this particle gun. We just want to keep an eye on the light nuclear core. We're going to keep an eye on our heat. Actually, oops, we're doing, there, that's fine. Ooh, what are these guys? These might be friends of ours. So these are disabled enemies. We're going to try and re-enable them by bumping into them. Oh, no, we don't have to. Hello, LRCV3. What is your command? Oh, we got some friends. Okay. So, up on here, under A, we've got allied commands. So we can have them stay, go to, roam, follow, guard, aid. We're just going to have them follow for now. But that might change if we get into a hairy situation. I don't have much experience playing with allies. So there's some kind of cool stuff over there. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, let's go over there. The sensor array. Broken beyond repair. Improved terrain scanner. Power shielding. Propulsion shielding. Light armor plating. Propulsion and power shielding. I don't necessarily think we want that stuff this early in the game. It's just going to take up a utility slot that we're probably not going to have. Oh, howdy, TKR. I did not see you there. Howdy. Yeah, I don't know. This early in the game, I'm not too sure about those slots. We could probably drop. Yeah. Wait, armor plate. It's all kind of damaged too. Okay, we're just not gonna worry about it. Ooh, there's a mercenary. Can you blow this thing up? Plasma injector. Takes explosive damage. Let's blow this up. This seems like fun. So we throw a grenade launcher. Oh, never mind. I forgot I have allies. They make things difficult. Aluminum leg. How many level in are I? Am I? Sorry. We're just at sub-level 10. We're just in the mines. We're not doing too much. at the moment, just kind of trying to have a little bit of fun. Do a bunch of exploring. Don't want this wheel anymore. And, come on, get out of there. Get out the way. Yep, we're just trying to do a little bit of exploring here in the mine, see if anything fun happens. We do have some allies, which is pretty great, but sometimes they can be a bit of a liability. A pair of derelicts emerge from the shadows. We're lost. You wouldn't happen to know the way out, would you? So now, I not only have allies, blue allies, but I also have cyanite. I have purple allies as well. It's pretty great. Yeah, they usually get left behind as a kind of like a blocker for enemies. Oh, look. Especially when you get into like the caves, you can get like kind of random enemies sometimes that just don't do enough. Alright, we got ourselves some kind of boring stuff, actually. Alright, moving on. We should probably throw this guy back on. Actually, we can drop this guy. Put this guy back down here. Could get one of these guns as well, right? Light cannon. I'm gonna steer clear. I do like legs. They're probably my favorite mode of transport. I find treads just a little bit too slow, especially in the early game, and wheels don't have enough coverage or integrity, so they just kind of get shut off. But legs seem to be fast enough in general to keep you going where you want to go. Yeah, treads are great because you can stock up on storage units and stuff. And that's what usually ends up happening late game. At least for me when I'm going combat. Which, I don't know that that's even the right option. I feel like even late game legs are probably still better than treads. But I don't know that for sure. I'm definitely not experienced enough with a combat late game to say for sure. One thing that is kind of nice early on is that legs tend to be a little bit more common because the troopers have them. And you really have to go kill some sentries if you want to get some backup treads. But towards the end, in the upper levels, it's definitely less of an issue. So TKR, you try and do a flying unit, a flight build sometimes. I have had limited success with flight builds. My last run was actually a flight build that won. We made it all the way to the end, which was really cool. I feel like the trick with a flight build, it's not even really a trick, but you have to go for kind of propulsion slots early. Get sensors. Sensors are huge. So like I've got a sensor array right now, which is why I see these red question marks where robots are. They can definitely get better sensors. and then it's a lot easier to kind of just avoid enemies. You avoid flying. Yeah, I've only made it once. I've only made it to the end once. It's like super cool. I definitely want to... Ooh, there's a makeshift leg. I definitely want to try and get up there again. There's so much cool lore that I found along the way. Rating. Time to move. I think we're just going to keep this. I'm not going to grab the makeshift leg. I don't think it has enough integrity. Alright, so we're going to go... This is going to take us up to sub-level 9. I have a signal interpreter. I'm probably just going to go 1 propulsion and 1 utility. That way we're not necessarily overweight anymore. It's not a huge deal. To be overweight on legs, it's more of a big deal on flight units. Or, I think, hovers. It can be a pretty big deal. There you go. See, we've got this penalty. Movement time penalty for being overweight. So if we're overweight, it increases our move cost by 30. So instead of walking at 120, we walk at 90. I think that's how that goes. Improved ion engines, small storage unit, and a mall. We're probably, definitely going to upgrade these engines. Ha, this place looks worse than where we left. I don't know, man. The mines can be pretty scary. Oops. Following you is a bad idea, I think. Not completely a bad idea. We got some cool stuff down there. Plasma cutter, improved heat sinks. Oh, those are one of the stockpiles. They're new to beta 4, actually. They can be really helpful. Okay, traps. Trojan track. That's good. Let's go ahead and grab Hauler Manifest. What do we got here? We got 1 hauler with flight units. Heavy ion engines. That one's got an escort. Visual processing units, matter pods, improved EM shotguns, flight units. I don't feel like we need to. What do I want to do? We do operators. No, I think we're done. So we don't necessarily need to go after transporters on this route. On this level. TKR, you're not a fan of the mines. Yeah, the mines are pretty, they're interesting. And that's kind of like the point of them, right? They're just kind of interesting, but they don't necessarily do a whole lot for you. Like, I mean, obviously we got some cool people to help us out, but like in general, like I won't go in unless I have some sort of explosive weaponry, because it's just not worth it. Alright, so we've got a terminal right here. I'm going to try and do a Trojan assimilate. Try one more time. Yeah, that's not going to work. data core. Cool. But the data core is active on the other terminal, I think. Let's see, what do we want to do? Grab local emergency access and grab the zone layout. That's fine. So there's a hidden door up to a scanalyzer. An engine, armored wheel, VTOL module, and a hacking suite. Pick this guy up, but I don't know that we'll use it. There is a defender. So here's where you'd get your treads. That's what you're looking for. I might see if I can replace engine. EM pulse gun. What do we have up here? EM shotgun. Nah. I'm okay. I wouldn't mind a couple backup legs. What would we like to scanalyze? Cool. We scanalyzed our grenade launcher. And actually, I'm going to try and scanalyze. Oh, we already have a schematic for a large storage unit. That's awesome. I think that's it. I don't have anything else that I want to scanalyze. Heatsink. It might be good to pick up this one of these guys. And forego the hacking suite. I'm not planning on doing much hacking. Alright, there's a collar that we do not care about. Terrible idea. Terrible